Yo, what's up, everyone? Today we're talking about the 5 times that fan favorites collided, and we all did not want these fights to happen. Or at least we wanted these fights to happen, but not the results to impact either guy, because sometimes you just have two fan favorites fighting, and you're like, okay, this is a sick fight, but I just don't want either guy to lose. That's what I had with 5 of these fights. And let's get straight into this one with Yuri and Alex. I feel like this is self-explanatory. Two guys that are sick. At UFC 295, these guys fought for the first time, and the lead up to this fight was so crazy, bro. Like, they were making edits of these guys, like, in the woods, like, doing some crazy shaman stuff or whatever with Alex. And then with Yuri, he was in the mountains screaming, like, swimming and doing some sick stuff, and the edits and the build-up was so sick. You did not want either guy to lose, bro. You knew this was never going the distance. You knew that one of these guys was gonna get knocked out, and I was honestly really scared to find out who it was. I love both guys, as I said, and it really felt like I was this kid in the middle watching his parents fight. Not fun at all. Obviously, great fight, amazing fight. I was very hyped when the KO came, but still, I felt bad for Yuri afterwards. It wasn't great. Next up, another one. Although here I have to say I was very happy for Volk because of his story, but I really like how can you not like Lopez, bro? He just goes out there, fights like a beast, fights like a maniac, smiles, takes fights on short notice, has a granite chin, goes forward, crazy in the striking, crazy in the grappling, doesn't complain about anything. I've met him as well, talked to him, and he's a really cool guy. And the thing I also feel like is underrated about this kid is how fast he learned English. I don't want to say I hate, because like I love Alex and I love Charles, but I dislike the fact that some of these Brazilians, they just refuse to learn English. I don't like this. At some point, bro, you have to be speaking English. Like Diego, he picked it up so quick. He was speaking no English at all at the beginning of his UFC career. Now he speaks very good English. He does interviews himself. He answers questions at media press conferences himself, all himself. So all the respect to him. Obviously, the English is not perfect, but it's still pretty good. But as I said, I was happy for Volk because he got knocked out twice in a row, and a lot of people wrote him off. So I was very happy to see him win, but also I was sad for Lopez because he's just a cool guy, cool character, has like aura or whatever around him as well, but cool guy, very nice. So it was one of these fights where I didn't want anyone of these two to lose. Next up, bro, this one hasn't happened yet, but this one hurts me the most. I love these two are in my top 3 favorite fighters in MMA, easily, by far top 2. I think 1 and 2 maybe even. So I literally feel like this right now, bro. It's like my parents are fighting, bro. I think I would mind it less if my parents fought than if these two fought. Like, I love this fight. This is going to be crazy, and I will be so hyped once Bruce Buffer gets in there and starts screaming like "It's time" and shit. I'm gonna be very, very hyped. But you don't want either of these guys to lose. Imagine Charles chins Max, bro. Then you know, like, Max is cooked. Then you know the chin is gone, and like you're gonna be crying yourself to sleep that he's never going to be champion again. With Charles, I kind of have accepted the fact that he's likely not becoming champion again. But still, he's so likable. He's like one of my favorites. Such a cool story. You don't want this guy to get chinned. When he beat Gamrot, bro, I was so hyped. I was kind of scared, but when he was gonna fight Fiziev, I was happy that was not the case. But I don't know, it's scary, man. I don't want either of these guys to get chinned. And I feel like Max could get chinned. I feel like his chin is not the same anymore. He has a normal chin now. Like, pretty good chin. Normally he had a crazy chin. Now he has a pretty good chin. And I'm scared. With Charles, this guy's never had an amazing chin. He's very tough though. He gets knocked down, you're good. Like, there's nothing crazy. But anyway, I don't want either of these guys to lose. I would really rather not have these two fight, but for the BMF belt, this is so perfect. There's like no other fight to make for the BMF belt. I feel like these two are the BMFs of MMA overall. Max Holloway for sure. There's no doubt in anyone's mind that he's the BMF. He is the definition of BMF, bro. He's the kid that always says, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. And the thing is, why this makes him BMF, why he is a BMF, is the fact that he never looks for excuses when he loses. He goes out there, he fights like a maniac. He gives his opponents the chance in the last seconds of the fight. He wanted, in 2018, bro, that was prime Khabib. He went up a weight class and he wanted to fight Khabib, bro. He took the fight, but they pulled him out because of some health issues. But he was there, he was ready to fight Khabib, bro. 2018, that was not even close to the prime of Max. I feel like his prime is 2024 and 2025, maybe now. That's where his prime is. And like 8 years ago, he took the fight, bro. He was like 25, 26 at the time fighting prime Khabib. That's how crazy this man is. That's why he's a BMF. We should not forget. Obviously, Charles, he's a BMF fighting everyone that they put in front of him. He accepts every fight. He got on a crazy win streak. Fought Islam, fought Ilya, fought Gaethje, Poirier, Chandler, anyone they put in front of him. He's a beast. So, seeing these two fight, it just hurts me, man. Next up. Another one with Max involved and Dustin Poirier. Listen, this third fight had to happen. This was generational. Like, the second fight between them was so good. I feel like people really underestimated and they're like, oh, but Dustin dominated. It wasn't as dominating as people make it seem to be. In my opinion, it was 48-47. And there's been some people that even said that Max won that fight, which I kind of can see happening, but myself, I definitely see Dustin Poirier winning that one just because he did more damage. Like, Max had some crazy flurries where Dustin was like defending and everything, but it wasn't like the shots were crazy big. He didn't have the power back then, 2019. Another reason why Max is goated, by the way, he went up in weight like as if it was nothing in 2019, and like fought a crazy war with Dustin Poirier, prime Dustin Poirier, who fought Khabib right after, right? So Dustin, obviously one of the most entertaining fighters of all time, one of my favorite fighters, top 10, top 7, top 8 for me for sure. So seeing this fight really like did hurt me in some way, especially because this was Dustin's retirement fight, right? It was not cool to see him lose, but Max Holloway, I feel like he deserved it. He was the much better man that night. Knocked him down and then got knocked down himself. Fucking absolute cinema, bro. Then, like, Max knocked him down, almost knocked him out in round 1. Dustin Poirier comes back, knocks him down, goes for the ghillie. Absolute cinema, bro. You cannot write a better story unless you have, obviously, Dustin get the guillotine and tap out Max or sleep Max because you're not tapping, or Max is not tapping, bro. But once again, this is exactly how I felt, bro. I was just hoping secretly in some way that this fight would end up in a draw or whatever. Anyway, next up, and this is the last one. Underrated. Listen. I know there's a lot of Izzy haters out there. For me, especially back then, especially in 2023, I loved Izzy, bro. I still love Izzy, obviously. He's still one of my favorites. But back then, like, the hype was unreal about him, and he was super cool, and he was not losing the belt every time he fought for it, or losing for the belt. He was primed. I feel like in these moments, he was primed against Alex, and a fight or two before that was prime Izzy. And Alex's insane story, bro, coming back into MMA because he fought in MMA before, wasn't as motivated, fought in Glory Kickboxing, beat Izzy twice in kickboxing, then Izzy's talking like, oh, this guy is in a bar talking about me a lot, oh, I beat this guy one time. And then Alex saw that video and was like, okay, I'm coming back and I'll show you, bro. And then they collide once more, and I think it was insane the fact that it was then 3-0 for Alex, and like 1-0 at least in MMA, and then 3-0 in all combat sports. I like the fact that Alex won, but also I really felt bad. It was a crazy storyline for Alex, so it was super cool. But then Izzy comes back, knocks him out after being hurt multiple times in that fight. It's insane, bro. Absolutely. As I said, this is another one where it's like cinema, bro. This would have been so much harder as well if Izzy stayed champion. Let's say he beats Strickland, and then he beats DDP, let's say, and then Alex gets the belt at 205, and then Izzy says, or Alex says to Izzy, Adesanya, come to daddy. Bro, I know this is like, oh, I don't want these guys to fight, but tell me that would not have mistake, bro. Champ versus champ, but obviously this is just me dreaming. Still, a fight at light heavyweight would be cool, but like Alex would cook Izzy at light heavyweight, bro. That would not even be close. No. That's honestly, now that I'm thinking of it, no, I don't want this fight at light heavyweight. Hell no. But as I said, I hated the fact that either one of these guys had to lose, but this was definitely a rivalry that was cinema. So very cool. And that was it. I think I got all 5. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any more of these, let me know. And if you like this video, let me know as well. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.